President Miguel Díaz-Canel visits Mexico for Independence Day. Alex Murdaugh confessed staging his own murder for $100 million insurance payout. Continuous fire blaze in Northern California. Independence Day was celebrated by all of Mexico on Thursday, September 16, as 2021 marks 200 years since Mexico's former 1821 Declaration of Independence from Spain. But the biggest highlight of the evening was a visit of Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador welcomed the Cuban leader on the reviewing platforms for Mexico's annual military parade. President López Obrador has repeated his call for the United States to lift its trade embargo on Cuba in yet another show of support for the communist island nation. The Mexican leader also called on Cuban Americans to leave aside partisan or electoral interest and seek reconciliation. AMLO, as a leftist president is commonly known for, called for an end to the United States embargo earlier this year, as large protests were taking place in the Caribbean island nation. In July, he said that the entire country should be declared a World Heritage Site for its example of resistance to the world. Speaking in Mexico City's Central Square after the military parade to mark the 200th anniversary of the end of the War of Independence against Spain, López Obrador praised Cuba's defense of its revolution for 62 years. Speaking at the same event, Díaz-Canel, the first foreign leader to address a Mexican Independence Day ceremony, said that Cuba will always remember Mexico's support during trying times. But many felt the showcasing of the Cuban leader on Independence Day was inappropriate, including former Mexican President Felipe Calderón, who wrote on his Twitter account that it is unacceptable to give such a prominent place at the country's bicentennial independence celebration to a dictator who has imprisoned dozens of Cubans. Alex Murdaugh, a South Carolina lawyer who confessed to staging his own murder so his son could receive a $10 million insurance payout, turned himself in to Hampton County Police late Thursday morning. Murdaugh is connected with multiple criminal and civil cases and was granted a $20,000 bond after being arrested and was required to surrender his U.S. passport. Warrants were obtained for his arrest on Wednesday on charges for insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and falsifying a police report, according to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. His case will be prosecuted by the State Attorney General's office. According to the law enforcement's release, on Thursday, SLED arrested Richard Alexander Murdaugh of 53 in connection to the shooting incident on September 4th in Hampton County, in which he allegedly conspired with Curtis Edward Smith to assist him in committing suicide for the explicit purpose of allowing a beneficiary to collect life insurance. When addressing the court, Dick Harpootlian, one of Murdaugh's attorneys, said that Murdaugh was not a danger to the community and that the only violence he had committed was against himself. The attorney also stated that Murdaugh was not a flight risk. Murdaugh was willing to agree to a waiver of extradition in order to attend drug rehab out of state. The location of that rehab center was handed on a sheet of paper to the judge, but not released to the media. Asked after the hearing which states, Harpootlian said, "None of your business. Ever heard of that state?" Harpootlian told the court that Murdaugh had decided to accept responsibilities for his crimes and fully cooperate with SLED. When Harpootlian mentioned the killings of Murdaugh's wife and son as a tipping point for his opioid addiction, Murdaugh visibly began crying and wiped his eyes. SLED's agents on Tuesday, September 14th, arrested Smith in connection with the shooting incident involving Murdaugh on September 4th. Murdaugh, currently involved in some way with 6 ongoing criminal investigations and 3 civil cases, had his attorneys issue a statement Wednesday saying he was taken advantage of. Smith, age 61, of Walterboro, was charged with assisted suicide, assault, and battery of a high aggravated nature pointing and presenting a firearm, insurance fraud, and conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, distribution of methamphetamine, and possession of marijuana. Murdaugh allegedly conspired to have Smith kill him in order for his other son to be paid out his $10 million life insurance policy. Murdaugh allegedly conspired to have Smith kill him in order for his other son to be paid out his $10 million life insurance policy. Last week, fires blazed in Northern California. The weekend weather may help firefighters get a strong handle on blazes. During the week, winds were mostly calm at lower elevations throughout Sacramento Valley. But high mountain breezes fanned the Antelope Fire and River Complex of fires on Friday, according to the National Weather Services. But that will likely change this weekend as light rains fall throughout the interior of Northern California. As more residents return to their homes and neighborhoods as evacuation orders are lifted, crews fighting the Caldor Fire are working to strengthen containment lines ahead of weekend winds. In a Saturday morning incident update, U.S. Forest Service officials said that increased winds were expected starting at night and continuing through Sunday morning, with gusts up to 45 miles per hour at ridge tops. The National Weather Service's Sacramento office predicts southwesterly winds gusting about 15 to 20 miles per hour in Placeville and about 35 to 40 miles per hour at South Lake Tahoe. Some light rain could accompany the winds, with up to a quarter of an inch of precipitation forecast at Key Burrs. Due to the windy conditions and increased fire danger, the Weather Service issued a red flag warning for areas in the northeast of South Lake Tahoe and mostly in Nevada, but also including the eastern half of Lassen County and the very eastern edge of Murdaugh County. A fire weather watch also was issued for parts of Sacramento Valley and Sierra Nevada, including the central areas of Placer and El Dorado counties. The fire weather watch will take effect at 11 p.m. Sunday and last through 11 a.m. Tuesday. Crews are also working to remove trees and repair infrastructure damaged in the fire along Highway 50, which remains closed between Keyburrs and Myers, and are working along the Mormon Immigrant Trail before its reopening. The Caldor Fire has burned 218,876 acres, and although it is 71% contained, Forest Service officials said that 5,465 structures are still threatened. The fire has seen lessened activity for several days. Since South Lake Tahoe's evacuation orders were lifted September 5th, the fire spread by only 3,000 acres. The fire has destroyed 782 homes, 18 commercial buildings, and 203 other minor structures. I'm Joyce Grace. Please share, subscribe, and like our channel so you can help us inform more people about the latest news around the globe. Thank you for watching our video, and see you next time.